For business, we heard earlier the US President Joe Biden strike an optimistic note about the US economy. Catherine Bennett from our business desk, great to see you. To shed some light on what he had to say. Now, Catherine Biden saying that economic forecasters are now predicting the growth of the country to be more than 6% in 2021. Does that seem realistic, do you think?
I think it does, and it may even be an understatement. So just last week, the Federal Reserve said they expected growth of 6.5% this year, and some forecasters are even placing their bets a bit higher, around 7%. Well, we're already seeing the beginning of that now. New data shows that GDP in the US grew 4.3% in the final 3 months of 2020, and that's higher than analysts expected. For this current quarter, economists are predicting growth of over 5%. But it can be better to look at jobs data to get a clearer idea of where the US economy might be headed. And the latest data shows that the jobs market is moving again. The number of people seeking unemployment benefits fell sharply last week to 684,000. That's the lowest number of claimants since the pandemic began. And so it's certainly a good sign that the economy is improving. Well, now let's take a look at the markets on Thursday. After a volatile day, Wall Street staged a comeback late in the day, with the Dow climbing 199 points. The Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are up over 0.5%, while the Nasdaq is staying fairly solidly around the flat line. European stocks closed mixed on Thursday as COVID-19 cases continue to surge in the region. London's FTSE is down by over 0.5%, while the CAC 40 and the DAX both managed to close in positive territory. Well, many of us will have seen photos of the enormous cargo ship, the Ever Given, stuck in the Suez Canal. Rescuers have warned that it could remain blocked for weeks, and that could have a significant impact on global trade. It's hard to overemphasize just how important this waterway is for trade. About 12% of the world's seaborne trade goes through there. It's a key transit point for all sorts of goods, from oil and gas to car parts or consumer goods like clothes and electronics. Normally, more than 50 ships pass through the Suez Canal every day. And when it's blocked, there is only one alternative, a route that goes all the way around the African continent, adding 6,000 kilometres to the journey. So what does that mean for the shoes that you ordered online? Well, it could make that supply chain even longer, and this on top of supply chains already strained by COVID-19. So it could create further delivery delays. Now, there is one market that is set to make a profit from the fiasco, however, and that's freight. Freight companies will be able to charge more to get goods from point A to point B simply because it's going to take so much longer. Moving to the US, where some companies are looking to turn the vaccination rollout to their advantage, offering promotions to people who have received their shots in a bid to attract customers. One such company is donut chain Krispy Kreme. As Claire Rush reports, they've started a pretty sweet deal.
Get your jab, then grab a donut. Krispy Kreme's new promotion offering a free donut to those who have been vaccinated is winning over these customers.
I got vaccinated today, actually, and I came straight to Krispy Kreme after I heard the news.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, Krispy Kremes are delicious.
Those far down on the vaccination list have no need to worry. The deal will be in place for the rest of the year.
We didn't want anyone to feel left out, and we know some people are not eligible to get the vaccine yet, including myself and a lot of folks. And so we wanted to make sure there's plenty of time for them to enjoy a free donut on us whenever vaccines became available in their area.
Attracting customers by awarding them for getting vaccinated. A new marketing strategy also being deployed by Drop. Starting in April, the e-commerce rewards startup will give users $50 in points if they share vaccination selfies with the hashtag #DropCovid and tag the company. However, such promotions aren't a national trend just yet, although some companies have launched initiatives linked to the rollout more generally. Uber, for example, announced last year it would provide 10 million free or discounted rides to vaccination appointments. Some analysts warn such operations could actually hurt firms if it looks like they're trying to make a profit off of a public health crisis. But after a year of closures and losses due to the pandemic, companies are hoping to bring customers back any way they can.
On Thursday, Britain and the US announced sanctions against a Myanmar conglomerate owned by the country's military junta. The US Treasury Department said that the Burmese military controls significant segments of the country's economy through these two holding firms. The new sanctions mean that any property of those groups in the US is now blocked. International pressure against the military regime has so far mostly been ignored. So the US and the UK are hoping that hitting them where it hurts, in their wallet, may have more of an effect. The US Treasury said that it was deliberately targeting a vital financial lifeline for the military junta. And that wraps up the business from me.
Catherine, thank you very much indeed. And of course, we're reflecting all the news from Myanmar as it happens. Thanks again. Stay with us, more to come live in Paris.